stream of INC Steady State training, 90 minutes. So it will be all fun for 90 minutes. Last time it was quite good. Let's start up my thermometer. I forgot to put the big ring. Here we go. And plus all the way. These are all out at 2. Good news. Let's see if I have everything set up properly. Yeah, I need a sword supply. 50 of us. Nice. Good turnout. Okay, tighten the cap. If you don't want to lose all the drinks for the 90 minutes, yeah? Towels and drinks ready, exactly. Let's start the music. Okie dokie. And volume on my screen. Steady state. As you don't mind, a lot online. Great. And here we go. So, new week, yeah? All the craziness in the world. We can do a little bit of swifting. We don't want to be dropped. It's time to do some proper pedaling. How was your weekend? Anyway. Trainer is still out, I don't know why. Let's try and jump on the beacon. Here we go. Okay, it was turned on apparently. Okay. Let's turn on the fan. It's freezing out there today. I mean, -1. I know we're in Arctic weather intrusion to Hungary, but still. Last time it was a nice controlled group ride by INC. Let's see if it's the same for today. Some cage the elephant in the meantime. So we are waiting for the back. Easy, it's one day, that's right. Vibes all around. Now let's share the stream. In the meantime, let's just take care of the bacon as well while I'm sharing everything. I'm sharing the love to the Facebook groups. Zwift riders. There we go. So, how about your Monday or Sunday if you're in America? I don't want to lose contact with the group. Here we go. We weren't out during the weekend. And we're getting used to it. This is the way to live at the moment. Today we will have quite a busy day. Work, yeah, first of all. Secondly, I have to conference call. One because of my position. The second is because of the coronavirus. A response from my company in Hungary. So, yeah. Monday will be busy. I do hope that on your side, guys, everything is smooth and silky, but yeah, currently I doubt that a little bit. Everything is smooth and silky in the world at the moment. Last time I couldn't find a Facebook group for INC Relentless rides. Couldn't share the stream to them. To change the frame rate to 30 and still getting top frames. Oh, I have lots of emails. Okay. Also, my email was spam, but not really useful for me. Oh. Let's go into the middle of the group. It's safer there. Here we go. Okie doke, so I have the best bike for drafting on the flat. The best wheel set for drafting on the flat. Racing. Racing draft is here too. Taking my mandatory screenshot for Instagram. It's a nice low behaving at the moment. Good going. Some will fall apart when they remove the fans. It got buggy with the latest update. but INC Ryzen, SAS Ryzen, and Viking Ryzen, as far as I know, are still nicely held together. So that's a good thing. We did the Coachella ride together with Rock yesterday. I was quite active this week. We met first, I think, on Vikings Valhalla, something like that. Yeah, 2.5, it's very good to know, but we don't know the weight of the leader and they're on flat, so it should be better to know the wattage, because on flat you are the coefficient and the absolute wattage. What matters, not the watt per kilogram, but watt per CTA. Actually, I really don't want to be the bad news bringer, but it's still uptrending. That is uptrending. There is no one solution to make sure you don't get coronavirus, so you don't get sick. I would say indoor. Now in Hungary we have the, you have the states of the virus when and you register one and one more people, one and one more man or woman to get sick, then you receive, then you have the group sickness, when suddenly 5, 7, 10 people turns up each day. Then you have the next scale, and you have hundreds turning up each day. And then it flattens, hopefully. In Hungary we are in the state of tense at the moment. So the second step. But we are closing in on hundreds. I do think that by end of the week there will be hundreds per day new infections. Is that a good news or bad news, it's just news. That's how it spreads. Whether I like it or not. Of course I'm not liking it, but still. In Hungary we've registered 28 new cases from yesterday, I think. That's the highest. It's really a logarithmic like line. For 1 week we were able to stay under 20. This week we'll go into 50s, I think, 100 by the end of the week per day. Next week 1000, and then it flattens, I hope. And I really do hope we can get ahead of the curve in the hospitals. They are stretched thin at the moment. Let's talk about something else. Let's keep running for this tour. I actually did. I did every cycling race or distances for the Zwift, and I did all the group runs for the Zwift. Jó reggelt, Péter! Szia! Üdv a streamben! So this time I skipped the group runs. I did one, but I'm not inclined to do the rest. At the moment my target is to do all the different routes to Ropatopia. So I'm not doing stage 4 short, with the same route as stage 4 long, the jungle. Instead of 5, it's only 3 laps. For the rest, I will record and upload to YouTube. I'm missing, I think, stage 1 long and stage 2 short. So the makeup days I'm looking forward to. When we did the tour de Zwift, there was, well, a couple of participants for each group run, like 20, 30. So one time I think it was 100. I don't know, for Tour of Utopia. And they're promoting it too. Oh, and another news, Zwift continues to restructure. I think I saw that from Raymaker that they get rid of a couple of mid-level executives. I don't know if you can find a tweet. Let's see. Damiano Cunego is in the door as well. Nice. Now let's see. Raymaker. Okay, so news about Zwift. On Friday, Zwift did a significant reorganization, which resulted in layoffs. According to various industry folks who were notified, these layoffs included heads of running, global business development, partnerships, and within esports team. Zwift, however, would not confirm the exact number of employees being laid off. However, most of what I've heard says these are largely executive director positions and seem to be in line, focusing a bit more internally on efforts rather than partnerships or running. And it's from Raymaker. My thoughts here are that Zwift has long struggled to work efficiently with the partners, a common complaint of any company I talk to. I'm not sure getting rid of most positions can focus on partners to help the issue, but I guess in time we'll see. Let's see if we can share it in the chat. So this is it. The link to the tweet, if you just did. And 1 hour left. As it been stated earlier that they are restructuring, so I guess they saw it coming. I'm just wondering what the trajectory they will take, because lately they put higher focus on running and esports, I don't think that will change. Probably they are delegating more tasks to lower positions. Earlier they haven't had that many at the headquarter head count. At the headquarter they haven't had the head count for some serious tasks. Now they have enough head count probably to get rid some of mid-level positions because the positions lost importance. That's my 2 cents. We will see. And we are within the hour. I can't type. If anyone's going to mind, just shoot in the chat. I'm open for discussions. The steady state workout after all. Steady state ride. So, yeah, we're looking forward another record because Swift peaks usually happen on Tuesday evening according to European time zones, and during the Sunday we broke 21 key online at once. We expect about 30,000 for Tuesday, or probably close to 30,000, not above, but still. Yeah, probably those who are joining now are the ones who mocked us, but there is no point pointing out this. concept is 2.5 watts. They're off a bit slow. We should do 50 km per hour. You should know the wattage range. A little bit of variety never killed anyone, yeah? It's going back and forth between them. Yeah, now if they catching the same. Yeah, that's how you can see the problem with 1 kilograms of flats. The leader goes 2.5. I guess it's about the same weight as me because I'm doing 2.5 now. Yeah, I think the leader gets upset. That's why I'm so fatty. But still, if you go to front, you will get the air resistance. It's very backward. I'm not arguing. No point. We're in the block doing 2.5. This was some lighter at once, at about 3. As soon as a higher weight rider like me So if I'm a heavier rider and doing high wattage and go front, I'll have the air resistance that drops me back. I'm not complaining about the pace. I'm quite okay with that. You see, when I went front, as soon as I see the air resistance, it pushed me back to the group. For some it's too slow. Really salty today, I think. I have one more left, right, with that pace. I think he took it as an insult. That was my intention. Anyhow. Oh, right, yes, I hope everything's okay. Just the group. Some salt to the insult. Somebody's upset because of the Dutch. Hi, team fellow. Welcome to the stream. Long time no see. It was weeks, right? Welcome back. Good to have you back. Logitech was fun. It's a very nice program, especially with the premium now free. And not for 30 days, as I stated in the video. It's free for the foreseeable future. Whether it's 15 days or 30 or 90. So it's a very nice opportunity to try it out. But I was really looking forward to I couldn't try the custom loops, because you need at least 4 other. Yeah, Apple TV is out of the question. So the custom route, yeah, graphics look good. It made my PC work. I run it on the desktop PC. I had an AMD 2400G, 16 GB of RAM, and a 1060 3 GB GPU. So it's not a gaming powerhouse, but it's quite solid. I still couldn't go above 65-70 FPS on the highest settings, that is. So probably on the lowest it looks much worse, but can do an 8 or 9th generation Intel CPU with built-in graphics for the AMD Ryzen with the Vega 7. I think it can go reasonably well. Now, 5-year-old laptop wouldn't. It's not. That's out of the question. Probably would, but give it a try. I'm not saying you cannot handle it, but the FPS will be low, I think. Even with direct GPU in your laptop. I wouldn't expect more than 30-40 medium settings with discrete GPU, and around 15-20 with built-in one on low settings. But actually, wow, yeah, that is out of the question. That's a no-go. I will low either on system memory or graphic memory. 5-year-old means 5th generation Intel CPU or 4th, something like that. Yep, time for upgrade, mate. Get something. Well, for laptops, the AMD Ryzens are uptrending now. For desktop, I'm quite satisfied with it. I'm very satisfied with it. In fact, my Intel Core i7 7700 laying on the shelves, disassembled. So yeah, they're quite good. Make sure you have 16 GB of system RAM at least, and a dedicated GPU. Yeah, at least 1650 or 1660 Nvidia. 1660 is much better. It's everything of 2060, but without the ray tracing. If you want to go fancy, go with 2060, but as I saw that the market flooded, manufacturers flooded the market with laptops with GPU 1650 and 1660, and these are good point. Here they are the sweet spot, these cards. Ray tracing is still almost non-existent in games, after a year, almost a year. No, it was more than a year. So the 1660 is quite powerful for everything, for gaming. I would go for the Intel CPU, but you can't go wrong with the Ryzen 3000 something. For Intel, don't go with 10th generation, so the 10,000 something. No, actually, nowadays it's not. My laptop is from 2 years ago, still 7th generation Intel Core i7 7700, I think, HQ4 core with 4 virtual. This still holds up. Now and you can see that the benchmarks for the latest CPUs, the 10th generation Intel, they're actually slower than an nth generation by the benchmarks. So don't buy them. Buy either 8th or 9th generation Intel CPUs with laptops. The 10th is great for productivity, but slower for gaming and editing. Maybe for switching and light gaming I would go with Core i3 9300 with a GPU of 1660 and 16 GB system RAM, and much more important, make sure you have an NVMe drive and an HDD in the machine. If you have an NVMe drive, or a slot at least, then you can take advantage great speed improvements for drive C. It's an SSD drive, and the slower ones handle from 500 megabytes, but it's not an NVMe, simple SSD. If you have an NVMe drive on an M2 slot, that can do between 1200 to 3500 megabytes, so 1.2 to 3.5 gigabytes of data per second. It's like 30 or 50-fold compared to HDD. So I would go with a laptop of an NVMe drive. Online gaming, and the new flight simulator is now out of the window. Out of the door, not the window. So it's time to get a new machine for that. Purchase one with 256 gigabytes of NVMe drive at least, and 1 terabyte HDD in it. Then it's golden for 2 or 3 years from now. Intel is really struggling to get the lower size lithography. I think they are giving up on 10 nanometer and they're going to stay to 7. AMD claims that they do 7, but actually it's a trick, because the core part, I think, so there are 2 parts for the Ryzens, the core and the surroundings. I don't know the proper term, sorry for that. And only 1 part done by 7 nanometer lithography, I think the easier one. And the rest is 12 nanometers. So they're not doing full 7 nanometer lithography for the whole package. I think the core is 12 and the surroundings, the bridge isn't such as 7, but I'm not sure about that. Intel is trying to do the whole CPU on 7 and 10, but with the 10, they are successful for 3 years now. Eat some breakfast. Yeah, it's a nice one. I remember it's a bit harder. They took it to 2.5 today, not 3.0. And I have the best drafting by for the flats. That's what Svench with the zip 858/super. So it's really easy to hold the pedals on. VC's ride is what's VC ride? I'm not familiar with that. Probably I am, I'm just not familiar with the short form. 160, that's very nice. Congrats, mate. You go star 4 weeks. Vegan cyclist, okay. I like the guy. So he's doing long rides. Probably I will join sometime. Has it in the Companion app? His rides. Okay. So it's 3 weeks from now then. I think from 1 month from now I will indoor too, so I'm still indoor. I see no resolution for the situation in the coming 4 to 8 weeks. So probably I will join to Wagon Cyclist for the next round. We'll look out for this once a month to say. I'll make a load. Jesus Christ, my calendar is full today. Reminder. I put a note for self. Check on the schedule. Dragon Cyclist. First Monday of the month. Thanks, mate. Yeah, Wednesday's birthday. He is in the USA, so it will be afternoon or midnight for me. Yeah, but it is in one place, so well, if it's a night, if it's a night or the evening, I cannot participate because the family and sleeping. I'm not postponing my sleep, not even for him. But if it's afternoon, early afternoon or before, I will probably try to join. Yep, I'm being great. I can do for shorter than 1 hour days is about 3.4, 3.5. For longer ones it's on the edge, 3, 3.1. Took me 2 years to get there. So yeah, that's important. So yeah, I'm being great. For short ones I can do 3.4, 3.5. For longer than 1 hour, I can do 3.1, 3.0. Around 3.1 is my sweet spot. I can keep at that for a longer period of time. Oh, that's a blues with some grey. Yeah, tell me about it. My FTP was on 220 3 years ago. I purchased my power meter 2.5 years now. It was 240. Yeah, a long way. And I was 100 kilograms when I purchased my power meter. So that was a solid D. Now I'm 86. Still trying to drop. And I have 313. But 374. That's good progress, mate. It's very nice. So you are trending towards A. You're right over the edge to A category, right? With that FTP kilogram ratio. Yeah, for this year, outside of the races I've planned, but now cancelled most of them. Yeah, top of B. So with this year, my plan is to raise my FTP slightly to 320 and drop right to 80. I was 80 10 years ago before I spiraled into depression. Started training and started eating junk food. Went up from 80, 82 to 113. That was the highest, I think. Just paying 3.9, yeah. I imagine that. You're the king of the hill with that ratio in B. But be careful. If you go 1 kilogram lower or 2, Zwift Power will drop you in A. And that would be fun. 4.0, 4.1 in A. The feeling of they putting me on a stick again, yeah? Battery low. Just to see the message, and I don't have a charging cable here. I knew yesterday I should put it on a charger. That's it. Yeah, it's more of a Zone 2 endurance ride for me, yeah. Thanks, Cobb, and welcome. The stream for you too. It's more of a, I would say, middle of Zone 2 ride for me. I don't mind though. I'll be contemplating about things of life. Leave me enough air to talk to you guys actually. I will have plenty on my plate. I look lighter, I have more lamp around here now. So I tricked you. No, actually I'm not lighter. In the last 3 weeks I'm staying between 86, 87. But thank you. So yeah, for Kobe-san, this is a recovery ride, kind of, or a Zone 2 short endurance ride for me. And see my screen, the graph that it's not really Zone 3, Zone 4 for me. But I don't mind. Tomorrow I'm planning the weekend recovery ride, fat burn ride, then a fartlek run, outdoor. Then, once it will be fun. It's worth to watch, I think, of course. Yeah, but the gluten, still have to adjust my diet quite a bit. So I think I'm on the same trajectory like you, fellow. So on Wednesday, same time like this one, and it's powered down. On Wednesday we will have a coffee ride on Three Sisters from 6 o'clock in the morning. I think it will take us about 2 hours to finish. I will lead the easier group, which means 3.0, 3.5 for me on watt per kilograms on uphills. Well, I don't like to just rest. I did a couple of rest days in the past weeks, but my longest streak was 86 days from the 1st of December. I don't really like rest days. I know they are needed if you have a load of above 10 hours per week, and you should plan a rest day, a full rest day, or light stretching, some light yoga or something, or just go and take a walk, you know. Yeah, I like active recovery more, simply because I like to cycle, and if I do like VO2 max effort or submax effort, I like to do a zone 1, low zone 2 ride afterwards, like 45 to 60 minutes, help my legs cleaning up. Move your muscles, the muscle pump helps the blood flowing, and have a heart rate on that region around 115, 120. So yeah, I think for a submax or maximum effort, it's better to have a very easy short day afterwards. If you simply have high load, like sweet spot trainings and such, then you should have a rest day, yeah, every now and then. Just because for the submax efforts they are usually short for one effort, but takes a high load on your legs, not so much on your mind. But sweet spot training for a week or two, yeah, hard days, easy days, easy. That's actually the best advice. So the sweet spot training is grinding up your mind, because day after day you're going into sweet spot over-unders and such. And it's not killing your legs first, I think it's killing your mind first. So I think for sweet spot focused training it's better to have a rest day. You do submax max intervals, and I would take a very light day, an easy day if you like. But that's just me. I'm measuring my resting heart rate every day, so I have it about 45, 46. If it's above 50, then I'm taking some light days or one day off. If it's above 52, it's one day off, no question. But if it's under 50, I'm going to train. Do some workout, group rides, outdoor runs, something, you know. Yeah, it depends, Kobe, because if we're talking about 3 hours of high zone 2, then your legs need the rest. They are tired. If we're talking about 90 minutes like this, I don't mind. But I did the active off season, which had 150, so 2.5 hours of zone 2, middle zone 2, high zone 2, and my legs were screaming for stop after 2 hours. So if you do zone 2 long enough, yeah, you ought to have first, yeah, for high zone 2, you have to have a proper diet, because high zone 2 works from oxygen mainly, but carbohydrates are getting to turn on, and you start to deplete your carbohydrate stores. So you have to be conscious about carbohydrate replacing, refueling for the hours after the ride, like 2 to 6 hours. After that, there's normal food. And that's the first step. You don't really need, yeah, you need protein, but you're not destroying your legs. Zone 1, 2, HR and power. I wouldn't go with HR if you're training with power. If he's not rested enough, then HR could be a bad sign, you know, bad measurement. Because let's say you do a high zone 2, 3 hours ride, you eat properly, you have a nap in the afternoon, but you have a very bad night, then your HR will be higher. So your legs will work almost nothing while your HR will be higher. I would stay with power. If you work on power, then I would stay with power. Yeah, zone 1, go to tempo swing it 1 round. But actually you can do another long high zone 2 ride the day after if you refueled properly, if you had a good night's sleep and long enough sleep. So, and if you have low stress factors from work and from the outside world, which is not really true nowadays. So that's not the reason why I focused on group rides and races in the past. But from now on, we have kind of a high stress situation in the world, so it's better to focus on lower zones, not maximum intensity, so no races, and then group rides. So you have the feeling of cycling together, talking to each other, socializing in the age of social distancing, yeah? That's more important for the mind and the body right now. Yeah, maybe I will lose a year of I'll be on that in a minute, Kobe. So maybe I will lose a year taking it easy for 3 months now, but I'm 39 this year and I haven't qualified for any nationals in my life, so I don't think I will miss much. It's another year of mediocrity. Being a mediocre rider and triathlete. About races and workouts, yeah. Are we talking about Swiss races, the butchery? What are your targets, Kobe? I would say if you have a specific target, like half distance Ironman, 1 hour quit racing, and you have a fine-tuned workout series for that, yeah, you can do a few races, but I wouldn't trade the tailored workouts for the races. If you already finished with your training, a couple of weeks away, 2-3 weeks away from the main competition, I would pick races with similar length. So I would prepare my legs, my mind for the same length. But yeah, fellow is right. High intensity workouts, yeah, high intensity high zone 3, low zone 4 are the high intensity, but if you do crit racing, that's way too low for you. Because crit racing is almost stop and go. You push like crazy, and you stop pedaling, cornering. Push like crazy, stop pedaling, cornering. So the Power2Max. High zone 3 or 4, zone 5. Now after those races, Kobe, make sure you have a very easy day. If you want high intensity workout, go to what'sellswift.com and search for Activitus. They have the 10 weeks Ironman plan and the 14 weeks Ironman plan. For the 10 weeks, you will find lots and lots of workouts for 1 hour. They will not rip your legs off, but they will leave you bleeding. And for the 14 weeks, they actually have 5 workouts only. And they say that you should do twice each workout a week. And each 2 hours workout attacks 3 systems in the body: long endurance, and higher zones in the end. So first you tire out your oxygen system, the carrying system. Second, you tap into your glycogen stores and finish off your oxygen delivering system. And the last part, the last 20-30 minutes of effort, they are for the last half hour, they are going for submax or VO2 max effort, like 20 times 150% FTP, 30 seconds with 1 minute rest, and like this. You can try it as a group workout on Sunday, 8 o'clock, around 8 o'clock Central European time. With that setup, with that settings what we mentioned, that zone 2 and super high, they're actually not far from the truth from latest knowledge, based on latest knowledge. Thanks, Nathan. Hey, thank you, mate. So, you're training zone 2 and super high. Lately it's called 80/20, which means you should do most of your training rides in hi champ, good morning. So the 80/20 system makes you do your workouts 80% in zone 2, about, and 20% on almost race intensity or race intensity. That way you develop an aerobic system, and by the 20% of race intensity you will develop your sweet spot and VO2 max. So you if the training hours or TSS, if the TSS is mainly in zone 2 and you do 20% ads, yeah, sorry Nathan. If you would just subscribe and pay, I would turn off ads. No, joking. So if you would do 80% of your training TSS in zone 2, Kobe. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, man. But really, I wouldn't say. I did not say for that. I was just joking. So, Kobe, if you're okay with your current system, zone 2 at high intensity, then just do it. But take care of the ratio. Do most of your training 75-85% in zone 2, high zone 2, medium, whatever, and the rest kill your legs in races. I'm in a good mood. Well, that's a good one, champ. I love that you are here, but sleeping is more important. Just turn on the stream and go to sleep. It's fine by me. Then you sleep and I have streamers, hey? Thank you, Kobe, for following. Thanks, mate. Of course, if you find me contradicting any training article, probably I am contradicting a couple of training articles and science, because I'm not a coach. Hi, Tibor. Oh yeah, champ. And about that. And notifications on. Well, for Runner Zone 2, that's almost a recovery. So yeah, for Zone 2, if you train based on 80-20, then Zone 2 rides should be above 2 hours. Time to rewatch that Lord of the Rings epic, yeah? If you are interested in how the Zone 2 ratio is for the rest, then check out the active off-season plan, or 12-week winter is totally the same, on whatsonswift.com. Let's just get back to the group. So you will see the ratio of Zone 2, because active off-season and 12-week winter, again, they're totally the same. Yeah, it dropped. Too much talking. They are based on Zone 2 and Zone 4, Zone 3. Have some Zone 4 in the end, but I think the first 8 weeks based on Zone 2. But yeah, I think it's Kobe. You should do for Zone 2. Thank you, Kobe. Appreciate that. For Zone 2, you should do above 2 hours. No way around it. For Sweet Spot, you can get off around 60 to 90 minutes, I think 90 for Sweet Spot. Just stay in the group and do the group ride on once you finish. There is no sort of shortcuts. But there is coffee, that's actually right. And with that, I have the coffee machine right here. Yeah, I love that, but please take care of the language. That's good sponsor me. Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? Now let's see about that result. But it's a group ride. Never mind that. Second, great God, how I became second. Just get back to them. I want to give them ride-ons. Yeah, but it was a group ride. Okie doke. So let's start here. And you want me to make red, turquoise, or espresso, cafe cream and espresso? Okay, I will go with the lighter espresso. I have redone the paint cave to accommodate my coffee machine. Best decision. Just listen to the noise. Wait for it. There it is. Cool. So I will have some coffee to check up on that training, what I just did. A long black, okay, long black coming up. What my setup looks like? Well, it's a bit messy right now, you know, not like a football player. We're not talking about football players for cycling. Golden rule. So my setup. Let me try to share a picture with you. I will take a picture. So, you will see my setup. I will upload it and share it with you guys. Just give me a second. Upload it to both channels, yeah? So I will just give me a folder for you guys. Photos. Now let's see, here we go. Who has access? And with the link can view, okay. Let's copy link, finally, here it is. So there I go with the chat. Just a second and I will share my setup with you guys. So you can use that. This is my setup. And the desk is quite new. I actually purchased it like a week ago, 1.5, something like that. Now, I will set the this and that here. And I will go into training tips and we will check what I need today. And let's walk up my chain on big ring again. There we go. So I click off. Coffee is on. Where is my phone? Here is my phone. Okay. Off. Still have to work out the kinks, switching screens and such. First of all, let's save this. Yeah. Maybe there are almost 4 slices of pizza. And the kilometers is going up slowly, 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 slowly. Finally, there we go. This is it. Now, upload some pictures. down the interface. Oh, and you don't want to see that venue on that. So this one. Let's save it. Let me change the streaming setup for chatting. Here we go. Open the training setup. You will see it in no time. So my camera change there. So let's go. Here we go. Still not loaded. Still saving. As you can see, I have a schedule plan. I've changed this screen already to accommodate the stay-at-home social distancing measures for 30th of March, and afterwards it's still the old one. So I will have to restructure this and that. But for this week, my AMD says 900 PSS. And I need to change the schedule and planned above 800, so I still have got to do here. Let's refresh it, probably I have that. My original plan was 3 hours, but I will not do that. I thought to be stage 4 short, but actually the stage 4 short is the same as stage 4 long. 5 gigahertz instead of 5, no point doing that, right? So I made up my mind and I did INC Relentless again 2 hours, because I will have a coffee ride with 3 sisters for Wednesday, and I will have a time trial for 1 hour for Wednesday. So today is maybe not work, tomorrow easier work, some fun and outdoor. Then I have a long day, and then I have the stage for long distance, and then I have a long run. So I'm not inclined to still another Monday. I will change that. So that's what we do here. Zone 1, Zone 2. No secret in that, right? So yeah, and the music will start now. So thank you for the setup. Yeah, a few more screens. Yeah, I have no space for that. But I still have 2 ports on my GPU, so yeah, actually I can use more screen. About the saddle, I think that was the best upgrade for this year for me. I purchased last year bike, Merida time, but what's the name? Merida Bar Triathlon. Aluminum bike, nothing fancy, but it had an ISM Adamo saddle on it, and it was so comfortable. Well, after the initial 1 week of pain in the ass, literally, pain in the bone, not in the ass because it's supposed to as well. So it was so comfortable afterwards. Then I decided to give it a go on the road bike, and actually it's quite good. I don't get numb anymore in around my pelvis, so that's a good thing. A fan like that, yeah, absolutely. It's a fan with 3 settings, not remote controllable. I mean remote controllable because of the socket, an IKEA socket, smart socket, but otherwise it's not remote controllable, the speed. And it has a 45 centimeters of blade diameter, so it's like 20 inches, no, 18 or something like. What's that? 17, yeah, 17, 18 inches blade diameter. Get one. It's, yeah, it's not hard rate controllable like the headwind, but it costs you like 30 bucks, not 150. So yeah, there is a trade-off. So yeah, but the saddle, I don't get numb anymore on my pelvis. It still get painful if I'm not moving around the saddle, but it's a different kind of painful. It takes longer to be painful, and it's not that painful. It's just uncomfortable, you know. So it's ISN PL1.1, what I have for the road bike, and I think it's quite good setup. Some mid feedback somewhere. Okay, I will try to switch mic. Just a second. Is it any better? I hope it's better. I have a dedicated microphone and a webcam microphone, and for the analyze, the webcam microphone actually sometimes better. It's dual microphone stuff in the webcam, so thank you. So it's fixed it. Okay. So about today, heart rate, no power, massive zone 2. Out of the 90 minutes, I did 70 in zone 2 by heart rate. Yeah, my heart had to go after the effort, but I did mainly zone 2 and some zone 1. Power to HR ratio, the decoupling, what I'm looking for now, is 4.5%, which is quite good. That means my zone 2 power is in line with my heart rate. I think without the lag of my heart rate, the latency of my heart rate going after the power, it would be closer to 0. But I don't think I don't think anybody can do 0. That's almost impossible, because your heart rate has a latency. If you increase the power on the legs, it's like within a tenth of a second, you just push and you keep it up for minutes, but your heart rate takes a long time to get after your power. So that latency, yeah, you cannot avoid that. Nothing much more interesting here. My normalist power was 216, average power 212. So yeah, it was a steady state ride, just as advertised. Anyhow, that was for today. Nothing interesting. I think I will not change that because I changed my workout for the weekend. It's really annoying that it's yellow and not green, but I'm not changing that. I have plenty on my plate for this week. So to continue with this, tomorrow will be an easy day for cycling, Vikingsvalhalla Fed Burn ride. I'm not sure about, what was that? Okay, it was a windy app, I think. Windy, yeah. Let's see the weather, because I want to do the fartlek outdoor, but I'm not so sure about that. For Tuesday, yeah, -2 and snowing. I'm not sure I will do that. And wind gust 30 km per hour. That's about 14 miles per hour. So fartlek outdoor, not going to do that at the morning. I wanted to do that in the morning. For the next couple of days, Wednesday probably, Thursday. Oh, for God's sake! I don't want to run outdoor, snowing, raining, and with the wind. I don't like wind. I will go crazy. I will see about the fartlek. Anyhow, tomorrow cycling streaming is Vikingsvalhalla Fed Burn ride, good banter and such. Well, actually it's calm weather if it blows from behind. So if it's a tailwind, it's perfect for calm running or cycling. Probably for kayaking as well. I don't know, kayaking on the street as well. With 30 kilometers per hour, I can do a calm with a kayak on the street. But I'm not going out for a fartlek. It will kill my lungs. With -2 and 30 km per hour, it will feel like -12 or 14 Celsius degrees. No. So I think fartlek, I will do the fartlek sometimes, other times, I don't know. I will search for another cycling event for the morning after the Vikingsvalhalla. So Wednesday will be more interesting coffee ride with a group of Hungarians. Originally, coffee ride structure is that every Wednesday, 6 o'clock, they meet, they go out for the hills, and then by 9 o'clock a.m. they go home or to work or whatever. But now, with recent developments of the event, the outdoor coffee ride is non-existent. And we did some custom coffee rides in Zwift for every second week. And we stepped up and asked the outdoor coffee ride group that, hey, we are doing this for every second week already. What if we step up for every week and we do the same time, same structure, so hills in Watopia, in London, not in New York, mind you. So in Watopia, in London, probably Innsbruck, if the calendar supports it next month. And we do the same, 2 hours, 2.5 hours in Zwift, indoor, same time, same setup. So thanks, champ. Have a good night's sleep. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time. See you tomorrow, actually, from 6 o'clock CET. So we are doing the Z coffee ride, as we named it, the Zwift coffee ride. It's official events now, and we are doing it with 2 groups, one without limitations, so you can go as fast as you want, and the second group I'm leading. It's a meetup, so not an official event. Don't look it for it in the calendar. So for the second group, starting at 6:05, we have a limitation of 3 watts per kilogram uphill, and I think 2.5 watts per kilogram flat. So it's a more controlled effort uphill, and the first one starting at 6 o'clock prompt, it's a free-for-all, like a deathmatch, so I'm not going that one. There is a guy who can do that. I'm not doing that. That's the coffee ride for tomorrow, and we are doing 3 sisters. Funny times. And by the evening of Central European time, we will have a time trial, which is like, we call it time trial because we take it seriously, but otherwise it's a meetup for 1 hour, so 60 minutes, mandatory TT bikes. I don't care if you take whatever jersey and whatnot, but TT bikes, so no drafting. And we just start and push for 60 minutes. Actually, tomorrow it's 36 kilometers because of 2 laps of TikTok, but otherwise it's around 60 minutes. So sometimes it's 60 minutes, how far you can get. Sometimes it's fixed kilometer and how fast you can do it. Tomorrow is how fast you can do 36 kilometers on TikTok. So that's Wednesday, not tomorrow, Wednesday. It will be a fun day. Then stage 5 long distance. This week, still don't know if what's this long distance. Stage 5 long is volcano climb after party. Fun times. Volcano climb after party is volcano climb after party. Here it is. Strava forward segment. Let's see if it loads. That will be for Thursday morning. And I can't see, okay. Oh, here it is. So it goes a couple of laps, then it goes uphill on the volcano. Fun times. I can't see here. Yeah, it's 3 laps of volcano flat, finishing on volcano climb. It will be crazy fast for 35 kilometers. Then it will slow to a crowd. That will be a nice warm-up for the volcano climb. And yeah, let's focus on tomorrow. I will substitute that Fartlek outdoor run for something in Zwift, doing Vikings Valhalla Fedburn 9, and then joining another ride. Anyhow, thank you for watching again. Thank you for joining me and for the chat. Thanks Nathan for hosting and for subscribing. And thanks fellow Edged, Kobe. Yeah, Kobe, thank you for following. And Tibor. It was awesome to have you guys. See you tomorrow with the Vikings Valhalla Fedburn 9, that's for sure, and I will substitute the Fartlek outdoor for something more interesting for you. I'm not going to race. I'm not going to race. I can tell you that. Let's find something now. Today, SASP and so yeah, that would be nice, but it's too long. I have a meeting scheduled by then. So Vikings Valhalla. Okay. Yeah, I signed up for Vikings Valhalla. And then Volt Interval Ride, Kiwi Crew Riot. It's a race. Okay, so it's either a race, Flux Ride, social event in London, Volt Interval Ride. I don't know, I will find something. We will see.
Anyhow, thank you for watching, thank you again for subscribing, and thank you for following and tuning in. See you tomorrow, guys. Goodbye.